Hi everyone, this is Laura, and today I'm bringing you a project share. I just finished making some cards and I like to share them with you. Before I get to the cards, I just wanted to show off again, my newly gifted birthday present that Laura, who's Miss Cool Cat, 007 here on YouTube. She's my little birthday twin, and I love my new sign that she made for me. So I am using that, as you can see. So let me just put that over here and let me share with you guys some of the cards that I made. And before I get to my cards, I just wanted to show the stamps that I used. The first card that I made, I used the Hello Brigitte stamp, and this is a CC design stamp. And I just love my CC designs. I don't know why, I just find them extremely adorable, and they're reasonably priced. And I happened to buy this one at the Not Too Shabby Shop on Zibbit, which is Jamie's store. And if any of my subbies here are interested in buying some stamps, I would definitely recommend Not Too Shabby Shop, Jamie's store, because she is um, a wonderful person. But besides that, she gives great customer service. I mean, sometimes I've ordered from her and gotten my shipment within 4 days, 5 days of ordering it, which is unbelievable. That's super fast for me. And she always has these wonderful sales going on. There's always lots of little challenges going on from her DT designers. And with $40 purchase, you get free shipping, guys. Yeah. So go on over, check her out. And I am going to be using the Sparkling Spring paper stack by Prima. And I've had this in my stash forever, guys, and I just have not utilized it as much as I would like. I have been using it on a lot of cards lately. And the other paper stack I used was the Divine paper stack by Prima, and another one of my favorite spring stacks. Lots of pretty muted colors. Um, so let me get to my first card. And this card was inspired by a challenge that I did, that I just finished doing. Um, so let me share with you real quick what I did. As I said, these papers, the cloud paper, the background paper, and the paper that I used for cutting out the grass is all part of the Prima paper stack collections that I showed you. And I also paper pieced her dress, using those papers as well. For the clouds, I used my memory box dies. I made some clouds. And then I used my Amy R stamps, which I also bought at the Not Too Shabby Shop. And they're just sentiment stamps. And I have Hey Girly, I stamped in the cloud. I don't know if you can see, but I have some raindrops, and these are again by Cloud9. I've had them in my stash forever. They're little raindrops, and I just put them all over the background. Over here, I have a little metal charm that's a bird that I just clipped off the little charm shank off of, and glued that down. I have this little Friskars teeny tiny butterfly punch, and it looks like this. And see some Fiskars, and I just cut out some butterflies on some regular cardstock, and I just distressed them a little with some distress inks. And then for my little Brigitte, I colored her in with my Pro markers, and I attempted to do some coloring on the cheeks, but it didn't come out that well. It came out looking like a black and blue rather than a rosy cheek. But I'm trying, guys. On her dress, I have these little teeny tiny baby little beads, and those are from Recollections. I also have some of those pearl drops, or rather halfback pearls, on her shoes, and some stickles, and on her stockings. I stickled all over her dress and her hair as well. This little umbrella, this is actually, I stamped this out from my Gorgeous Girl stamps. And one of the Gorgeous Girl stamp sets that I have has that little umbrella, and I actually have a card share from one of those that I used, and you'll see what I mean by that. And another little butterfly here. For the grass here, this is another punch that I have. This is a paper punch, and I use my grass paper punch. I think it's also by Fiskars, but I'm not absolutely sure. And for the bottom, I just added some white lace. In the background, the flowers that you see here, that's from a stamp set, and it's an Inkadinkado stamp set. I believe, if I can just find it. Oh, I think I might have put it away. But if you guys want to see what that stamp set looks like, just leave it in the comments below, and I will definitely share that with you. And to the little flowers, I just stickled them. I colored them in with my metallic gel pens that I just bought using my gift card that Miss M. Moran, E. Moran 78, who is M, just sent me as in a birthday rack. And then on the corners, I use my corner rounder punch, and I did that treatment to all corners. And then on the inside, I have some more of that Prima paper. I use my Arc Punch by Martha Stewart that Becca gave me in a rack as well. Thank you, Becca. And I also have here some more of those butterflies. I have my oval Spellbinders die that I cut this little frame out of. And then on the center, I have one of my Just Right stamps. And this little quote says, "Life is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain." And I just love that quote. And I added some little pink gems and some more of that white lace. And this card I made for a friend. So that's that card there. And another card that I made that I would like to share with you is this one right here. And again, these were all inspired by the April Showers challenge that I just finished. So I decided to make more spring cards for some friends. These are really thank you cards. And for this particular card, I used this image here. And this is also another CC design stamp. Unfortunately, I don't have the name of this stamp because I think it's a pretty old stamp. And it was gifted to me by my sister. That's what it looks like. So I'm not really sure, but I love her because she's a little fairy. And you know how I am about my fairies. I love my fairies. So again, I used the same paper stacks that I just showed you. I fussy cut one of the papers because it had this really cool shape here. To that, I added some of this flower trim. I also added a little Michael's rosette and a little bird charm I had in my stash. I also added some of this eyelet lace with the yellow trim that I had in my stash as well, and I just pleated it and hot glued it underneath. And I wanted to pop it out and give it some dimension, so I put it on some pop dots. Don't know if you can see that here, but I almost wanted it to look like sort of like a little window treatment. And underneath there, I have this big old sticker that I had in my stash, and this is by K & Company, and it's one of the older sticker leftovers that I had. I created this little banner, and I stamped the word smile. And again, this came from the Amy R stamps that I also bought at the Not Too Shabby shop. I have a little gem here. The little butterfly I colored in with my glitter Sakura gel pens that I just bought as well, with some flat back pearls. I distressed the edges of the banner. I added some butterflies, again using that Fiskars punch. And to the flowers, I also added this sticker was like deeply embossed, so I just went over it with my metallic gel pens. I added some bling in the center, and I colored her using those gel markers. I think that's what they're called. They're the Sakura Jelly Roll glitter or metallic pens. Some are metallic and some are glitter, and I colored the flowers, her dress, her wings, and her little elf boots using those jelly roll markers. And then her face and her hair, I colored it in with my pro markers. I took some ribbon and made some little bows for her hair. Again, some more bling. And then for the grass treatment, I used some white um, eyelash trim that I had in my stash. And I just distressed this with, I think it's called Mode Lawn Distress Inks by Tim Holtz. Yep, that's what it's called, Mode Lawn. And I just used that to color this eyelash trim. And I also put a border strip of the grass in green that I used making up. I made that with one of the punches, the grass punch that I have. And then on the bottom, I also added a little ribbon, some satin ribbon. Excuse me, guys. For the background, I just have some orange, yellowish orange cardstock, and this is a 5x7 card base that I made using my manila papers. Um, and that's regular Recollections manila papers. Then on the inside, I just fussy cut some of the little designs from the design. Well, this is from the Divine Paper Stack. And there's a sheet in there that has all these little triangles, so I decided to just fussy cut them and make a banner out of it. I used some of my embroidery twine. To the corners, I added some bling. And then again, using that paper punch, that Martha Stewart paper punch, I created a border there. I just fussy cut this border here, and I also punched on the bottom using the same punch that Miss Body Scrapbookera sent me in a rec. And I also created this banner, again using my Amy R. sentiment stamps, wishing you a day that sparkles. And I added some bling to the corners. This I cut out on my Cricut, and this is from, I believe the name of the cartridge is Birdsong. And I just cut out this little birdie. This is actually from a previous project. It was left over, so I decided to use it on this card. And I added a little bling to the eye of the bird. And this is also from the Divine Collection. I just fussy cut that out, distressed it, and added it to the card. And I'll just write whatever little sentiment I want to write on the inside. And that's that card. And then the other card that I wanted to share with you, this one I actually used my Gorgeous Girl stamps. And the umbrella, this particular image also comes with a teeny tiny umbrella. And that umbrella on that stamp set is what I used for this little girl right here. So again, using the same paper collection, I cut out some little teeny tiny clouds out of white paper cardstock. And again, this is my memory box die. I inked all the edges using my Distress Stains Weatherwood. I also made this card into a 5x7 card. I also added some of those little raindrops, those clear raindrops by Cloud9 that I used in my other card. And here I have some of these little wood birdies. I colored them in purple and in blue, again using my Distress inks, Concord Grape, and I believe this was Tumbled Glass. And I also added some black soot to the edges of both. The little gorgeous girl here, I colored her in using my Pro markers, and I also used my metallic um, gel pens for the little details, like the little polka dots and the little hearts on her raincoat. And then I added some stickles, and I also used the metallics on her stockings. This is from one of my Spellbinders dies, and I just made two little flowers. I added some flat back pearls to the centers, and I also used my white gel pen on the stencil that Vicky Me Love Bono had gifted me in a rack. Thank you, Vicky. And to this border, this is also from the same Prima collection, I added some lace, and you can see that lace under here and under here. And this particular piece right here, this is a sticker from K and Company, and it also was in my stash forever. And what I did was I just backed that on some purple cardstock, and then I took my metallic gel pens and I just doodled all over it. The embossed areas, I just highlighted them a little bit more with the metallic gel pens. I also colored in the flowers and the butterfly. And it reads, "Whoever is happy will make others happy too." And I made this for a particular person, and she will be getting this soon. And then on the and I also put the sign and the little image on pop dots just to give the card some dimension. And then on the inside, I have this particular pattern paper I cut out using one of my Sizzix dies, and these two cuts I cut out using my Lifestyle Crafts, the quick cuts doily dies. And I use that for here, and this is a Spellbinders die. So I just layered them together, again using my little tiny butterfly punch and my other teeny tiny butterfly punch. I just added some little purple butterflies that I cut out of purple cardstock. And then this particular stamp, this is an Inka Dinka Doo stamp. It says, "Thanks for making my day." And I have another little butterfly that I added some dimension to. Here and here, I kind of made them into a 3D butterflies. And I added some flat back pearls to the doily. So, oh yes, and I distressed all the edges of this card using my, I forget the name of that purple dye. Oh, it was a Tim Holtz Distress ink, but it's the newer spring color, and I never remember the name of this. Shaded Lilac. That's the one. So yeah, guys, that's what I've been working on. Those are my 3 cards. I hope you like them. Leave a comment if you wish in the description box below. If you have any questions as well, just leave them in, or you can private message me. I hope you all have a blessed Saturday. And I hope you ladies get to enjoy some crafty time. Thank you all for watching and have a blessed day. Talk to you soon. Bye now.